While it may not seem like it when you can't remember where you put the car keys, forgetting can be a blessing. The moment one made an embarrassing mistake, the moment one's dreams crashed and burned, the moment one lost a loved one. With time, the details blur, the pain dulls, the blush fades. Barring anyone with hyperthymesia, a human's ability to forget and move on is natural. Perhaps what humans want to forget the most are the worst mistakes they have made. The time his words hurt someone he loved. The time she betrayed the trust someone had in her. The mistake they made that someone else had to pay the price for. Many stories include a character's redemption journey, and we love to cheer along as the mistake made in the beginning is overcome and the character receives forgiveness. The redemption journey is not so easy in real life. Technology has made it nearly impossible for many things to be forgotten. One mistake can become the defining moment of one's life, even if one grows and evolves to be a better person. Once one puts it out on the internet, it remains on the internet forever. Some of the questions typed into internet search engines are embarrassing enough that no one wants to remember that he or she needed to ask them. Can you get a cold from thinking about being cold? How many minutes are in an hour? Is it okay to microwave my phone to dry it? None of the questions are harmful in and of themselves, although a phone might have met its demise if the searcher followed through on his or her idea to microwave a wet phone. However, one might not necessarily want to be reminded of the momentary brain lapse that made the number of minutes in an hour a Googleable question. Far worse are the online mistakes, poorly thought out jokes, or even hateful comments that can permanently shatter a person's reputation with no hope of redemption. They can never be forgotten. They can never be redeemed or forgiven. Mobs have given up their pitchforks and now wield their keyboards waiting to be whipped into a canceling frenzy when past mistakes are revealed. While there is no excuse for the cruelty some perpetuate, how many people have ever shouted, "I hate you," in anger, or made a joke that only additional reflection revealed was probably not taken as intended, or was more unkind than humorous? A bald man might make a self-deprecating joke to another bald man, but if the second bald man is sensitive, the joke might be hurtful. Sometimes even laughter itself can be criticized when the mob with keyboards comes for you. Candace bought a Chewbacca mask and started laughing when she tried it on. The video soon went viral as her infectious laugh made other people happy. But even a video of a happy mother was twisted by some online who accused her of things like exploiting the moment or being undeserving of fame. Allison was a cookbook author who criticized two other women for selling out. The other two women were women of color, and the comments were soon painted as tone-deaf and racially insensitive. Ken was an ordinary guy in a red sweater who asked a question at a presidential debate. People loved the polite everyman, but then people began to dig into his history on Reddit. They'd soon uncover some slightly awkward comments that had the same people who had once loved him now hating him. Not exactly a surprise when one looks at history and sees just how easily public opinion can be swayed. Even Jesus himself was welcomed into the city of Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, and 5 days later was arrested and eventually crucified. While he resurrected, many of those whose reputations are killed online may never fully recover them. Their names have become synonymous with their biggest mistake. Justine was a young woman on a flight to Africa. She tweeted what she later said she intended as a joke. Nuance is hard in 140 characters. While absolutely in poor taste, the joke wrecked her life. By the time she landed, she had been accused, sentenced, and punished with a destroyed reputation and the loss of her job. James was a director of blockbusters when his past edgy jokes resurfaced. Far from funny, James had actually already issued a public apology for them. Only that apology was not enough to save his job when someone unearthed the previous edgy jokes. He lost his job, although he was later rehired after public backlash. Monica was in her early 20s when she had an affair with a powerful married man. It was wrong, yes, but decades later, it is still all anyone remembers about her. Now an advocate against cyberbullying, she is still known for the mistakes she made at 22. While no last names were listed, anyone can probably guess who is being discussed. And yes, many of the incidences listed are inexcusable, but should they be unforgivable? Can no one ever complete their journey to forgiveness? We have all said or done things we regret, but even coming to the defense of those who have been canceled can result in being canceled. John was a writer who chose to point out that online witch hunts and trials by public opinion were not fair. One tweet should not be enough to condemn a person to the public execution of their reputation. As a journalist, he tried to point out that online shaming is wrong and urged people to think about the whys for people's actions. Only, he became the target of accusations of being racist or sexist himself. And even issuing an apology might not be enough if those online determine that the person hasn't done enough to earn forgiveness or make amends. Not to mention that often the unearthed scandal is a decade old. People can grow and change. Those who condemn the mistakes of others have forgotten their own. Once upon a time, they have done the same things that they now condemn others for doing. If even a laughing mother in a Chewbacca mask is up for criticism, maybe we should think about that. No one can fully know the story of a person by one tweet, one mistaken attempt to be funny, one comment taken out of context. There's often no doubt that these actions are completely and utterly wrong, but does it follow that they can never be overcome? Perhaps only the ones who have never sinned should cast those first stones. And while this video focused on mistakes, one thing that is not a mistake is finding a reliable, scalable, and affordable technology partner to help your business succeed. To find out more, visit swansoftwaresolutions.com.